I'm a genetic freak, and I'm not normal.
We'll do it live.
She was stacking you up. I can't get free. I can't get free. I can't get free. We're trying. We didn't get enough. We just had a flat out derailment. How in the how did that happen? Contact. Alright, let's think. Oh, we got it. Okay. Oh, what was that? What's up? Testing, testing. What's up, guys? What's going on? Good morning. We're back at it. Got a banger for you today. Got a banger for you today, guys, because we're going to be running the juice train. Let's get situated here real fast. Get everything taken care of. Get my ducks in a row. Music just stopped and started back. It freaked me out for a second. I was like, wait a minute, did my I was like, that completely jacked me up. The music just abruptly stopped and I was like, wait a minute, what is what's going on with that? What's going on, guys? Nick from Vegas, good morning. Italy, what's up, dude? Good morning. NWF, you've been waiting for a juice train. You know, this is the first time ever in my entire history of playing Run 8 that I've ever done anything with the juice train. I've never done anything with the juice train. Oh, what's up? In Portugal. Paul from Portugal. No Dose, what's up? No Dose is awake. No Dose is no dozing. All right, let's get loaded in, guys. Maverick, good morning, dude. What's going on? Things are going well in the railroad life. Yeah, let's get this thing loaded up. We're going to do Spur's early 2000 setup that I'm still working on. It's a huge project, right? Trying to backdate this stuff. All right. How's the stream? Look good, sound good, everything okay? Are we good here? I hope so. It looks like it. Oh, nice. It's kind of a cloudy morning. We'll let it load in. 619 consist. 619 consist total. Only in run 8. Kenny, what's up, dude? Good morning. Hoosier, good morning. Looks good. Thank you. 5x5. Green to green. Nice. Let's get this music down a little bit. We're going to have a little music in the background today, but we'll get it down some here for our Juice Train adventure. I'm actually really excited about this. I can't believe I've never done anything with the Juice Train, guys. If it'll ever load in, like it's taking it a while to load in. Only in run 8. 619 consists, so it doesn't necessarily mean trains. It just means like cuts of cars, trains, all that good stuff, right? We'll let it finish loading here. Music may need to be turned down like 10%. Yeah, I turned down a little bit. I may go down just a little bit lower here. I just want like a little hint, something in the background to kind of listen to, just a tad, like just like that much. McFeeler, what's up? Good morning. Hoosier decided he's gonna go down the rabbit hole and get run 8. Here we go. Here's our train. All right, here's a K651. I created this train kind of like is once again based on like a 2003 train. You see on the head end, it does have some containers. From time to time, they did this. Well, first let's back up a little bit. This is an empty train going south. Okay, so it ran up as a K650 to Greenville, New Jersey, and came back south as the K651, except the southbound counterpart, they would put some Philadelphia traffic on it from time to time. I think even at one time they made it like they cut one of the Philadelphia intermodals off and like combined it with the K650. They've done a lot of stuff with it over the years. But anyway, here's our Juice Train. We got like 35 cars. I think when they were running 5 days a week back in the early 2000s, it averaged between 30 and 40 cars. So we got 35 cars. They did it 5 days a week. There was a time they only did it twice a week. When they did it twice a week, it was 60 cars. So they've done a lot with this train over the years. So I guess post PSR, they combined it with intermodal train. No, this is actually pre. This is 2003. This is just something they put in. They put a little filler traffic on it. Since the southbound counterpart was nothing but empty, they put some filler traffic on it. Some Philadelphia to like Philadelphia to Tampa stuff to I guess to generate a little bit more revenue. Believe it or not, the Juice Train was one of the most, if not the most profitable train on CSX and Conrail. It was a highly lucrative train, and that is straight from someone that was involved with it back in the day on the business side. So that's pretty cool. You didn't know Run 8 has Tropicana cars? Yes, it does, John. Yes, it does. Good morning. It does have the big the newer ones, right? These started appearing back in the early 2000s. They still had a lot of the orange stuff. We don't have the orange cars in game. I wish we had the orange cars. The orange cars are like my favorite, but unfortunately we don't have that. So we got the big, I think they're Millennium or something like that. Is there any Juice Train at all anymore? I don't think it's separate anymore. I think it's part of like an intermodal or something, right? I think they started tacking that onto an intermodal. It's like I said, it's changed like 50 bazillion times over the years that they've done it. So first, the only reason I have Run 8 without these videos, I probably would never learn about it. Yeah, it's the learning curve is the hard part. Brandon, what's up? He thinks it's IO20 now. It could very well be. I don't know. I don't keep up with the current stuff. You guys know that. It's not nearly as interesting to me. But this is it. So yeah, we got our Philadelphia filler on the head end here. Just a little bit. It's not a lot. I based this on a video actually of the K651 going through Folkestone back in like 2004, or I think it was early 2004, and this is pretty much what it looked like. It was like 30-ish cars and a few containers on the head end. You've seen the Juice Train on RFMP with only orange cars. Yeah, I think the orange cars to me was the best looking train. Tropicana up front, intermodal behind. Believe it or not, in the video that I saw with it going through Folkestone, it was exactly like this. 1000% like this. It had the intermodal on the front. Why didn't they stack some auto racks on top of the juice? I think it's all a matter of like what the traffic, like what they were wanting to do. What's that? What's constantly switching in the background there, Hoosier? Let's go ahead and hop in. We'll get this bad boy going. Let's see, what's our time? Our time's not froze, right? No, it is not froze. It's 7:30 in the morning, a little past 7:30. Juice is a hot shot. Yeah, you're absolutely right. It was an extremely hot train. Like I said, it is one of, if not the most profitable train on CSX ever. And Conrail, I heard both. Like, I heard both railroads really like this train. Man, it seems really loud for some reason. I don't know why. Let's, we may, have to tone this back. It may have to just settle down a little bit because it's kind of loud, guys. Like, there we go. Let's go back to the other side now. We may crack the window in a bit. We'll see. She's got a little air drawn down. I'm curious to see if she actually has a tad, right? It's like a soft set. She's got like a soft set under. We don't need that. We'll let go of it. Let go of that. Let go of you. Why is this so loud? Is it my headphones? Like, it just seems louder than usual, though I haven't changed the game volume at all. Like, I couldn't even tell you the last time I looked at the game volume. All them empty auto racks coming out of the area, it seems like it would have made sense to drag some auto rack. All right, well, you got to think, too, there wasn't really any, at least back in the day, there wasn't any auto rack traffic going down the A line, like that I know of, that I can think of, that I can go back and look at the symbols, but there wasn't really any auto rack traffic that went down the A line, believe it or not, as far as like dedicated unit auto rack trains. Like most all of that stuff was routed like to Cincinnati and Louisville that way. There were tons and tons and tons of trains that ran like up and down the Fitz, like what, a half dozen at least, if not more than that. Now they were as needed, you know, but let's see, we got to go channel 84, I think is what we need for this, right? And we need to do auto. We got some trains to meet today. Got some trains to meet. I'm playing at my sink while I get the dishes done. Don't do like Spur and splash water on your phone, then you have a bad day. Don't do like Spur. One time I went to the bathroom, right, and I took my phone and I laid it down on the counter, the sink counter by the toilet, and I went to the bathroom, and when I was washing my hands, I washed my hands and I reached over with my left hand to pick my phone up before I went out, and I hit my phone and knocked it, and it went and hit the wall to the left and bounced off the wall and scored a direct hit into the toilet, believe it or not. It's the last phone I had, not this one. Last one. That's why I got a different phone. But yeah, it went into the toilet and I ruined my phone. Like, it ruined it big time. Even waterproof is not that waterproof. At least that phone wasn't. It was like, it's been a long time ago. Fight me, the Juice train was the best East Coast train ever, even though all time is set for Penzi. Yeah, I think so. I'd agree with that. The Juice train was pretty awesome. Been around since the early 70s. They've had some kind of iteration of the Juice train all the way since the early stuff, for like 71 or 72, 73, something like that. Like, it's been around for a really long time. Recruiter says IO20 is intermodal from Bedford Park to Worcester, Massachusetts. You were sick yesterday from stomach issues and my abs and all this, the surgery is killing you. I'm crying over here. Slam dunk in the toilet. Yeah, I did. I slam dunked my phone in the toilet. Don't ask me how that happened. I don't know. It was like the oddest thing ever. Like, I could not have done that on purpose if I had tried. Did he not answer back? Did we turn auto on? I know we did. Yeah, we did. There we go. Now he's answering back. Orange Blossom Special was another good one. That was a super hot train up the East Coast. It started, it's like ran out of Tampa and had a lot of stuff out of Orlando, and that way. Request signal, let's go. We were seeing promotional pictures of the OBS with the Seaboard System truck trailers, refrigerated truck trailers, except those truck trailers were different because the refrigeration unit was up underneath them instead of the usual like front mounted. You saw a video one time of the Juice train with 3 Yelnos, 2 GP40. I tell you, my favorite incarnation of the Juice train was with the Seaboard System B36-7s. It just looked really, really good. Good looking train, right? You refuse to take your phone in the bathroom for that very... Yeah, it was the oddest thing ever. Like, how does that even happen? Like, it didn't even go directly into the toilet. It bounced off the wall, like... And then, like, it went back into the toilet. Like, the whole thing was just like, I should have played the lottery that day. Honestly, like, I really should have just gone out and got me some lottery tickets that day because there's no way. Now, it says this is a 50-mile-an-hour train. That's not right. That's absolutely not right. And unfortunately, we can't fix that. We can go to the tagger. This is something I wish they would change. You can override the speed limit in the tagger, but you can only override down. You can't go back. You can't go up. And you should totally be able to just set it to whatever you need it to be. You know, like just set it to whatever. It doesn't matter. All right, what are we? We're 3,300 feet, 4.8 HPT. And 36 empties, 6 loads, 44 total cars. They say one of the reasons to get dash 7s in run 8. Yeah, that would be nice. What kind of horn we got today? Yeah, I'll go with that. I'll go with that. That's not too bad. What's up, SP? How you doing, bro? Good morning. Georgia Central says Spur. Were they still running the dedicated Tropicana train up the fence back when you worked the fit? Yes, they were. It wasn't dedicated. It was on the R142. They had Tropicana cars, went north on the head end of R142, and they came back south on like the Q213. I think they put them on the bottom of it. So you got to isolate the second unit and you're restricted to not... Dude, this is 2003, bro. This is like the Wild West on railroading back then. They didn't care. This is the Wild West. We're not doing that mess. Ethan, what's up, dude? Good morning. A K5 LA? You want to try a K5 LA? Let's see if we got a good one. Let's see. K5... We got an LLA. K5 LA. I'm not sure about that one though, because it's got a little noise in it. Like, I'll do K5 LA1. There we go. We'll do that. Hey Jacko, what's up, dude? Good morning. The good old times. Yes, the good old days. Way back in the day. Way back in the day when they didn't really care. Like I said, when I was working, when I quit, they were just starting to harp about fuel. I remember the very first time they ever told us to shut down a unit for fuel. It was on an empty coal train. They told us we needed to shut down our second out unit on this empty coal train. We had 2 AC 4400s, and we were like, what in the blue hell is this? Like, really? We gotta shut it down? Like, we have to shut that down? And it sucked. It really just did. It sucked. Good choice. You use that one on all the Dash 9s. Yeah, that is a pretty good one. That's the K5 HL. Way too modern. When did the K5 HL come out? I don't know. I have zero clue. Like I said, I'm not a horn guy. What's the difference in DLC packs? Different liveries? It depends on the pack. Some pack to pack, you may get different cars. Some packs may have existing cars with just different liveries. Like it really varies. Oh man, she'll go, guys. She'll go. She absolutely will. She'll go. Mid 2000s for the K5 HL. Okay, so this is 03, so this predates that a little bit then. $2004. Interesting. I did not know that. Yeah, she'll go, guys. Man, this is gonna be a good one. We'll take her as far as we can. I don't know how far we're gonna get, but we'll see. She wants to run. Yeah, she does. She's a good one. It's 4.8 HPT, so she's doing pretty good. Someone was talking about putting auto racks on the train. Why didn't it add auto racks to it? I'll tell you a little story. So, back in the day, they would run a Q215 from Cincinnati to Jacksonville, and there's auto rack, right? Auto rack service Cincinnati to Jacksonville. Sometimes they would run it, they would annul the Q215 and they would run it as a Q245 all the way from Detroit. So if they ran the Q245, it was Detroit to Jacksonville. But usually the 245 went Detroit to Cincinnati, and then they ran it to the Q215 to Cincinnati to Jacksonville. But CSX got it in their head at one point that they were going to start putting some Hamburg Sud traffic on the head-end containers. I don't know if you guys are familiar with those containers, the orange containers that says Hamburg Sud. So for a while you would see some of those containers on the head-end. It wasn't a whole lot. It's just a handful. And the automotive customer for that train threw a fit. They threw a fit. They said they were paying for dedicated service, and they shouldn't be putting any other traffic on the head end of the train. I think they kind of got into a pissing contest over that. Say the SD42 packs, if you get pack 2 or 3, let's say, do you get pack 1? No, you have to. They're each their own separate entity. Yeah, they're all separate. Country boy, what's up, dude? Good morning. Let me get some of that OJ off. Dude, I got up this morning and I got home from taking the kids to school, and I said we had a big old jug of OJ in the fridge, and I said, man, some orange juice sounds really, really good this morning. Like, and it just sounded so good. And I went in there and looked at it, and it was out of date. Like, it must have been close to being out of date when we got it at the store. It was out of date by a good bit, by like several days. It's probably still good, but we already had a stomach bug going through the house. I was like, you know what? I'm not even going to chance it. It's fine. Right? So I drank I drank lemonade instead. I was like, lemonade, it's kind of close, right? Like, they're kind of close. John, what's up, dude? He says you can buy whichever ones you want, but yes, they're separate. Yes, absolutely. They're all separate. All right, we're doing 60. We're gonna do 60 on this bad boy. It should be a 60-mile-an-hour train. It's gonna be 60 mile an hour on our railroad at least. No fuel savings, no nothing. She might even be a 63-mile-an-hour train, honestly. But yeah, I was so disappointed this morning. I had to throw our OJ out. It sounded so good. I guess my scurvy's acting up today or something, but I thought OJ sounded really nice. Unfortunately not. You've been disappointed. Love some fresh orange juice. I do too. I do too. It must have been close to going out of date when we got it. It's the only thing I think of. TSX K650 was got clear crest. 32 south out. That is a good horn. I dig that. I like it. I don't know if that's the one I downloaded or if that's if that came with the base game or what. That's a really nice horn though. Pretty legit. You're gonna start with the base game and yeah, just start with the base game and just try it, you know, give it a try, see what you think. Try running some trains and go from there. You know, kind of gauge how much you're going to be into it. If you're going to be into it a whole lot, then the sky's the limit, you know. Harry, what's up? Good morning, bro. How you doing? Did I see there's some free mods? None that I know of. NoVF says CSX horn years K5 LA 86 to 2004, K5 HL 2004 to 2025, RS5T 1980s and 1990s. Nice. Ooh, she's getting fast now. This is Rainer back in. Let's grab a little air here. Consider you're watching chat. I don't think I'm gonna, well, I say that. I said I'm not gonna sweat stuck brakes too much, but as soon as I say that, something's gonna happen. So you know what? We'll draw her down the rest of the way. This XK650 was got a clear to Lafini. 32 south out. Go ahead and get 10. We'll do it right. She'll slow up a little bit. We're staying in her though too, so. There we go. 80 on the bottom. All right, now let's let go of it. Base game does come with a basic assortment of liveries for box cars, ES44 DCs and such. You're not completely beholden to the expense. Yeah, right. Exactly right. Yeah, you've learned it. Fruit juice, as long as it doesn't taste or smell or sour or alcoholic, then sell by date. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely. I probably, more likely, I could have drank it. Like I said, we've had a really bad stomach bug go through the house a few days ago. Like it was horrible. And so I was like, yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to chance it. One year, it wasn't last year, year before last, we grew cantaloupe. We got a cantaloupe out of the garden. It was beautiful. It was a nice looking cantaloupe, but like it had fermented somehow. I don't know if it got too hot or what. Like it wasn't soft. It wasn't bad. Like it's like texture wise and looks wise, it wasn't bad, but it absolutely was like fermented for some reason. You Google run 8 mods, there's some free ones listed. I don't know. Like I have zero clue about those. I just be like, you know, beware at your own risk. Any of that stuff that you do, because especially being kind of new to the game, you might run into some issues. The good old AGS is great territory, having a blast on, but I need to learn trains and symbols. Yeah, it's like when you do multiple routes and multiple railroads and they each have their own ops, then it can be a lot learning all that stuff, right? Maybe mods for sounds. Yeah, I've got the sound mods. I've got the DD mods. The freight car sounds and some horns, but that's basically it. That's all I generally mess with as far as that stuff. And she wants to go. I'm telling you, she is not a draggy train. That is for sure. Everyone around me seems to be getting sick. My fellow train nerds are getting sick, so I would try not. Yeah, I know. It's been a rough year as far as like illness, at least in my house. Like everyone's had some kind of something. Like I said, we do have some meets. We're going to have to see how they play out. Bert, what's up? Good morning. This is good tip for getting mods back up game files in case anything. Yes, I would suggest that anyway. Like, it takes up more hard drive space, but if you can put it, like, back it up, definitely save all your installers. I've got a backup copy of my game in case I jack something up with, like, either messing with the routing of train, you know, like adding new train routings and stuff like that. Like, it's good to always have a backup just in case. For those who don't know much about modding, absolutely. You haven't gotten sick yet, knock on wood. I didn't get the flu when it, like, everyone in the house except my middle daughter and I had the flu. Like, no, actually she did get that because she wound up in the hospital for a day, like whatever it was she had that made her throw up so bad. But so I was the only one. You done some personal edits in ACS, but you can't skin. Yeah, I messed around with skinning too. I just don't have the time. I wanted to do some better UPS skins for ATS, like some of the old school UPS skins that didn't have the shield, you know, when they were just like plain Jane, but I didn't have time. You need to learn on the AGS where each symbol goes so auto will be more useful. Yeah, look in the guide, dude. They got a really good guide that tells you all the trains and where they go. What is the TOB for on the dash screen? It's tons operative brake 44, so really doesn't mean anything to us. It definitely means something when you're on Cajon or Tehachapi. It's about the brake, like it's basically, it's like an indicator of the braking effort that you have. When it starts getting like super high is when it's like, this is very, very good right here. TOB 44, very good. It means it's not very heavy for the amount of brakes that we have, like operative brakes. Higher is worse. Yes, higher is worse. A lot of them, they'll tell you like, they'll tell you in a lot of the timetables, like on Cajon and Tehachapi, they have a specific limit for certain speeds, right? Like, or a hard limit for going down the grade, like do not exceed this TOB, or if you know, if you have this TOB from here, you know, from A to B, you can only do this speed. If you have from B to C, you can only do this speed, like that sort of thing. Think of it this way. Think about like if you have a pickup truck and you put a whole bunch of concrete blocks on the back of it. Let's say you put 2 tons of concrete blocks, like you've got a super truck and it can haul 2 tons of concrete blocks on the back of it. And then you get going down a hill at 70 mile an hour. How much braking effort do you think you'd have in your pickup? With that much weight? Or you're hauling a little trailer, right, with a whole bunch of, yeah. So yeah, that's the thing. It's for us, it really doesn't matter on the A line. It's very flat. You almost put your engineer in a hole the other day running on an advanced clear to stop, and he wasn't slowing down, and we were coming up on a short block downhill with 7,500 tons. Oh no. Yeah, short. Yeah, you gotta think about the short blocks. Not all blocks are created equal, right? Not all blocks are created equal. That is for sure. Let's do what I want to do here. I guess it's just the siding. Alco. I was thinking of starting double main. I kind of got lost where we were at. Just like hauling a camper, you're talking about tons per operative brake. Yeah. The higher it gets, the more of a problem it is, right? Like on this route, it doesn't really matter, but you know, if you're going down Cajon, your tons per operative brake are a huge freaking deal. Like, it's a huge. I don't remember the numbers. Like, you'd have to go into timetables and see you know, find out. I've talked about that in one of my Cajon videos I did. We looked at the tons per operative brake. We went to the Santa Fe timetable and we did tons per operative brake. But yeah, if it's getting really high and you own a super steep grade, you're in for a bad day. Like said short block was 1,500 feet. Yeah, that is super short. That's like Beaver Street down in Jacksonville. They got some super short blocks down there too, where you get like double approaches and stuff. Yeah, not all blocks are created equal. Yeah, don't ever assume that like your signal is going to have the exact same distance, because they're not. They're not. Some can be longer and some can be really short. In your opinion, what's the best run 8 route for beginners versus the most fun one? I'd say for beginners, the A line is good and most fun is the fit. Yeah, I would agree with that. It depends on what you're into, right? West Coast, East Coast. Some people are purely West Coast. That's fine. I'll forgive them. But yeah, the A line is very forgiving as far as running a train. Central Valley in California, very forgiving running trains. Like the Bakersfield sub. Even San Bernardino, not too bad. It's got some grades on it, but nothing extreme, right? But Fitz is by far the most challenging. It's got the most like extreme up and downs, I think, of any of the routes. The AGS is pretty legit too. This just their ups and downs they're pretty short, right? They're not very long. This XK651's got clear Gopher Hill 93rd south out. They need a route up to DC, especially for auto train. That would be good. Going up to Lorton, I'd like to see it. Yeah, DC would be good. I'd love to see the RF&P in game. The Richmond, Fredericksburg, and Potomac. Yeah, that'd be very good. That'd be a fun one. It does come with California. The base game comes with what is it? Barstow. It comes with Tehachapi, and it comes with Needles, right? Young Gaming, what's up, dude? How you doing? Where are we? No, this is Spur. For some reason, we're on a Savannah sub, dude. We started up at Yemisi. We're down at Ridgeland now. It shows us as overspeeding because I can't set the speed, but we're good for 60. You're absolutely the 60-mile-an-hour train. Really, honestly, I don't care for the overspeed on the dispatcher screen because, like, that's not true to life. They have no way of knowing. They don't know what you're doing. Any class 1 railroad guys here? I have PTC question. Maverick works for one, right? King, are you on a PTC railroad? The PTC is the devil, right? You know, I've heard extremes on that. I've heard some guys from the railroad say that they loved it, and I've heard some guys say that they hate it. So I don't know. I never, like, that was after me, and I'm glad I quit before they introduced that mess. There's XK651 got clear south Ridgeland, 93rd to south out. We'll say something was mentioned about Seligman. No, that's a DLC you got to get. I'm just moving into a new house. I didn't know you're moving. Maverick works for a Canadian Class 1. You don't have PTC yet. You lucked out, Maverick. You lucked out. If you didn't get assimilated by the PTC board, you lucked out. Are the Canadian railroads not doing PTC at all? Man, she'll go. I'm telling you guys, like this, she's legit. She's legit. Let's check her out real fast here. Nice. You know, I'm honestly kind of surprised that Tropicana let them put that Philly cut on the head end of their train. Like, I don't know. I don't know, like, the technicality of that. Like, they're paying for dedicated service, but they're putting something else on that dedicated service and they're charging for it. So it's like, how does that work exactly? Man, it's booking it, right? Like, it's going. Nice. Sweet. Oof, we going fast too. Oops. There's XK 651 got clear Okiti. 932 south out. Get her chair up some more here. Let's get up on the desk. That may be a bit much. Dealt a little with it while on NS, but only active for 29 out of the 141 miles. Don't have it on the short line. You're getting a new stove too, which means it's going to be omelet time soon. Nice. It's just a little pocket rocket. Yeah, it is. She'll go. We're for two units. She'll go. I wonder if this was no defects. I wonder if this was a dedicated job. I wonder if it's a dedicated job. So I mean, it's like you bid on it and this is all you did, right? Just chasing the Empire Builder for some shots yesterday and had a section of pacing beside the highway, speed limit of 60 miles an hour per passenger. I clocked to him at 82. How is this PTC not screaming? Are you sure it was 60 right there? Are you like 1000% certain it was 60 there? Because that is a huge freaking discrepancy, man. 82 and a 60? That is like a huge, that is a huge discrepancy. Oh my God. That is so bad. If that is in fact true, if it is a 60 and he's doing 82, man, maybe it's 60 for freight trains and 79. I wondered that. I wonder if it's 60, 79. Because like 82, I could see like someone doing 82 into 79. I totally see that. That doesn't surprise me at all. It has to be a 60, 79, right? Maybe it was 79, so you go 3 over. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Young. It had to be 79. PTC wouldn't allow that was the case. Yeah, PTC would have popped him in a new, like, oh, they would have been run off for that. 22 mile an hour over the speed limit. Yeah, that would have been a bad day. That'd be like the unforgivable curse in Harry Potter. Like, that's way over limit. Like, it gives you a penalty at 5. I think I've heard someone else say that 5 over was. Did you ever work that stuff for 20 years? 6 mile an hour passenger at the straight. Maybe they changed it. CSX K651 got clear fire tower. I heard 2 south out. Starts yelling at you at 3. As I have said many times, I worked with one engineer, one old head. He had about 30 years of service and he ran 3 over everywhere. Everywhere. That was his 3 over. He got the train over the road. 3 over everywhere. That was just his, that was his speed. The switch was good for 25. We hit it at 28. Main was good for 50. We did 53. It's just what we did. You moved last week, Spur. You didn't even know yourself, so you can't really be talking. I got you. Yeah, Your landlord is a CSX, retired CSX lineman, really? Nice. Got over the road for sure. He always said, all right, the engineer that did 3 over everywhere, he always said, of course you're going faster, so you're going to get from point A to point B faster. Like, that's the given, right? But his mentality was that if you got over the road efficiently and quickly, that the dispatcher was less likely to like hold you up somewhere for a long time. In other words, if the dispatcher had it in his mind that, hey, this train is moving expeditiously over the route, they're not messing around, they're not dragging, right? Because we had some engineers that like to drag. You know, they like to drag everywhere. If going into the switch was 25, then they would do 15, you know, like. But he said if you got over the road expeditiously, that the dispatcher was way more likely to like set up tighter meets and keep you moving, right? Man, she's getting fast again. Like, Spur is not watching what I'm doing. 66. This XK651's got clear behind the swamp. 932 south out. There you go. There's the old school staggered ACL signals we talked about. That was the ACL's way of letting crews know that that was a permissive signal when they staggered the heads like that instead of the straight up and down. Kind of a cool little thing they did back in the day. Old 55, what's up? Good morning. Says, buddy worked for the CNW back before they killed the brakeman position. He mentioned heading from Illinois to Iowa. A train wrapped up in the mid 75 range. That was 1990-ish. The K5 sounds like it's recorded after off of 70 Max since it's so... Or something EMDs had higher PSI for horns than GE, so they sound sharper. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. I didn't know you could tune a horn with the air pressure. Stories from the past, they look the other way. As long as, yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right about that. You're 1000% right. You know, it's like when I worked, not even all the engines had recorders, right? Like, not even all of them had recorders. And the only time they ever looked at recorders is if something happened. Like, I don't remember them. I'm not saying this didn't happen. It could very well have, but I don't remember them spot checking engine, like just randomly downloading locomotives and looking at them. I don't remember that. I don't think they cared. Like, I really, at least it didn't seem like it. Like, I don't ever remember hearing any engineers complaining like, hey, I got downloaded the other day, and they, like, I don't remember that. Even like in the early 2000s, I don't think they cared that much. And definitely, like, back in the 80s and 70s, they really didn't care. It's like what King says. You get it there safely, don't get hurt, don't tear nothing up, and you're good to go, right? TSXK651's got clear North Hardyville. This is number 1 main, right? Yeah, number 1. Or single main and number 1 main, 932 south out. Oh, broad. Okay, I got you. I hope Red Egg extends west from Waycross like the bow line to Montgomery, or extend Tallahassee sub. The bow line would be an interesting one. The bow line's been the red-headed stepchild for years. I said they talked about getting rid of that line even when I worked, like, many times. Like, that that route's been on the chopping block for like what, 40 years at least, you know? I'm really surprised they hadn't got rid of it even at this point. It'd be cool. Bowline early 2000s when they still had, you know, good maximum authorized speed, because, you know, they downgraded at 25. I think they raised it back up though, right? Back in the early 2000s, it was pretty fast railroad, like what, 49 or something like that. Had stick rail. It's all DTC. What's weird about the section where I clocked him, I had paced him 3 times more in the same place, and he was doing 60 or slightly over 60. Andre, what's up? Good morning. Yeah, 82 and a 60 is like really freaky. That's really excessive. That's like not back then, I'm sure. I believe it's mandatory to do weekly downloads now. Even the short line do it. Shoot, NS, RFE, Roforming engines do a live download if they will. Yeah, I was fixing to say, didn't they have a way that they could see it real time or get reports or something like that? Like, it's ridiculous. It's the nanny state on crack, right? DSX K651 got clear Highway 17, number 1 main, 93.2 south out. Dothan subs back up to 40 now. That's what I was going to say. I thought they'd raise it back to 40 and they try to put in some welded rail down there too in spots. I heard the Dothan sub between Montgomery and Dothan is real hilly. This has a lot of steep grades. Morning was good. Here it is 1647. That's right. I always take for granted that it's morning for everyone, but you're absolutely right. 1647. It's all, your day is almost done, dude. 5 o'clock somewhere. Yeah, King, I don't remember them downloading. Like I said, I was just a lowly conductor, so I wasn't privy to a lot of that. But I don't like, engineers are pretty complainy people, right? Like, they like to complain about stuff, and I don't ever remember one complaining about being just randomly downloaded. If they did, they didn't say nothing. And I remember we had some engineers, it's like, why aren't they downloading these people? Because like, they weren't very good. They weren't very good engineers. Like, you had to stay on top of things with them. All right, CSX K651 got clear. Hardyville, number 1 main, 93.2 south out. Yes, Andre, where's that at, bro? In Vegas, it's always party time. Vegas, I said a bunch of times, Vegas is the only place I've been at, only city I've been in that was like busier at 2 a.m. than it is at 2 p.m. Is that not right? Like, Vegas had, at least when I went in the late 90s, had way more going on at 2 a.m. than it ever did at 2 p.m. It's like the opposite. You know, most cities are like, you know, closed up at 2 a.m. and then busy at 2 p.m. and Vegas is the exact opposite. Oh, Vienna. That's cool. That's awesome, dude. Had to build a stereo and TSC today. Make a control run, maybe adjust something. Yeah, we tend to whine more. I'm guilty of it, says King, right? Yeah, I gotta, you gotta give your engineer a hard time. They gave me a hard time all the time about sitting and doing nothing. Like I said, my favorite engineer, like, he used to send pictures to my wife of me sitting there with my feet propped up or whatever. He'd be like, look how hard he's working today. He'd email her pictures like, yeah, he worked really hard. Vegas is active during the day. That's new. Yeah, it's not very active during the day. It really just isn't. It's like the normal Vegas during the day, and it's party Vegas at night. More traffic at 2 a.m. there. Yeah, absolutely. It was kind of wild to me. Like, that always blew my mind how busy like Vegas was late at night. Apparently your brother's getting married when he gets back from Korea and he goes back to Japan. Well, congratulations to your brother, bro. No defects. We're not defective. At least not completely defective. DSXK651 got clear. Perrysburg, number 1 main, 93.2 south out. call signals on the NS? I don't even know. It's honestly something I never thought about. Do y'all, do the NS guys call all the signals like CSX, or do they do less than clears? Or do they not do anything? Okay, apparently I'm wrong. I just texted my neighbor who used to work for BNSF. So that section track is double track. Apparently the South Main is good for 79, but the North Main is good for 60. Okay, that makes sense. That totally makes sense. I could get where that's confusing. It's like this route. Like some of these, like you got these double main sections here, like this main right here at Yemassee. I think it's only, you have to look in the timetable, but I think it's only good for like 40, right? Like this stretch right here, Hardyville, I think it may be a 40 mile an hour main. And then they got other stretches down here that are 60 mile an hour double main. So it just, it depends, right? Oh, we got 45 coming up, guys. Yeah, we got 45. Spur's running his mouth, not paying attention here. Let's see if we can do it. CSX K651's got clear Sand Island, number 1 to single main, 932 south out. Open her back up a little bit. Yeah, she slowed. Yeah, it's like once she starts getting a little air under her, she stops quick. Go ahead and make it 10. She shouldn't have problems with stuck brakes because she's so short. I wouldn't think, unless, like I said, unless it's a bad triple valve somewhere. There, we just hit our 45 here. Hitting both sides of that coin, too much time to think while in the seat, whereas you're always running around while on the ground, at least on local. And yes, NS calls the signals. Very cool. Still a bit freezing in the morning. It was nice here this morning. It was like 42 degrees. It's pretty legit. It's pretty nice. We're gonna have snow this weekend, though, believe it or not. That sucks. Not really looking forward to the snow, but I guess it is what it is, right? Sounds like here in Illinois. I just seen 29S passing intermodal ramp at McCalla on the AGS. Nice. Yeah, that's a fun route. I really enjoy that route. I really like the East Coast stuff. I don't know much about the West Coast, but I really need to check out Modesto. I really want to check that one out. I think that would be fun. This K651 got to clear Savannah River Drawbridge, 932 south out. You get your butts kicked here by lake effect wind gust of 50 plus mile an hour in mid-teens and oh man, our bomb cyclone we had the other day was legit. Over at text line, they had like an 85 mile an hour wind gust. It didn't get that high here. It may have got like 60 to 70. I don't even know if it broke 70, but it was rocking the house, that's for sure. The house was like popping and cracking like crazy. It could have been a little over 70. I'm surprised BNSF didn't like flip anything. Usually when we have those, there's always something tipped over somewhere. I'm sure there is. We just hadn't heard about it. Freight to 60 both tracks. Same track normally holds on the North Main, so they only go 60 normally, but took South Main this time, and the speed restriction is due to a crossover for. Oh, that's cool. Okay. It's like I tell people like new to run 8. Study your timetables. Definitely on the East Coast stuff. Study your timetables for sure. Even West Coast too. It doesn't hurt. You're starting to think about getting a cat. My lazy ass cat's piled up on the bed asleep. Asher, what's up? Good morning. You got 60-mile-an-hour at your local airport yesterday? Yeah. It's pretty legit. Just seeing Amtrak go through trees. The A2 is kind of sketch compared to out in the flats. Yeah, I'd imagine it is. We pay some going to Amarillo. The BNSF, of course, we don't run Amtrak through here, but BNSF on the Transcon going to Amarillo. We paced them doing like 74 before. This saw one doing 74 not too long ago. He was moving. Drifter, what's up? Good morning. Anybody got any name suggestions? It depends on the cat. I like cats with people names. I think it's funny. Like Doug. Have a cat named Doug. Have a cat named Harold. Bob. Rusty, what's up? Good morning. Our cat, of course, we named our cat OJ because he's orange, or orange juice. We also call him Ojeterton the turd. Or sometimes we call him Ojito the Dorito. Because he's orange like a Dorito, right? Orange tabbies are great. Yeah, they have a huge personality, that is for sure. He's got like I've had cats off and on, you know, when I lived on the farm we had tons of cats, barn cats and stuff like that. Orange cats definitely have personality. At the ranch I worked, our two big bulls were Bo and Mo. Nice. Nice. I remember one time we had a Holstein. What did we call that? George. We had a Holstein named George one time. You put yours to orange tabby? They have water spouts in Florida. Yeah, absolutely. Railroad calls. Got to go push some black diamonds over the hill. Have a good rest. All right, King. I appreciate it, man. You have a good rest of your day. Be careful out there. This K651's got to clear Chatham. Number 1 to or single main to number 1. All right, we got to get on it again. We got to blast off. Wait, what's up, dude? How's it going, man? Let's one of the OGs to the channel, like to the channel as a whole. Said our recently passed cat of 18 years was named Petrol of all things. Dichotomy is sweeter than sugar and rotten to the bone, right? I got you. I got you. Our cat OJ, he's the shit. He really just is. Pardon my French, but he really just is. He likes to play in the middle of the night when everyone goes to bed. You'll hear him like running through the house, going crazy. Where's the signal with the doll arms? They don't have any doll arms on this portion of the A-line, Drifter. Kind of a different setup, right? This is like, you know, not even really truly sidings. This like stretches the double main, so they don't do doll arms. When you're in middle school, we had a cat named Rocky. When I was a kid, we had a barn cat named Uncle Daisy. His name was Uncle Daisy. He was kind of wild, and at first we thought it was a girl, and so we named it Daisy. I think my mom named her Daisy. As the cat got older, we kind of got a better look, and then we realized it wasn't a girl. It was a boy, so it became Uncle Daisy then. Because, like, the cat that had him had another litter of kittens, and so then, like, he was the uncle to that litter, so yeah, it was a whole thing. Name was Uncle. Our neighbor had a cat named Jack Daniels. That's kind of funny.
suspect. Detector. Milepost 482.
Doesn't wake you up
5. Track 1.
faster than the sound of a cat coughing up a hairball at 3 a.m. Yeah, our cat makes all kind of sounds in the middle of the night, like mostly destructive sounds. His XK651 got clear O'Leary, number 1 main, 932 south out. Yes, I have 2 cats, orange tabby and a black cat, and those 2 think it's WWE all the after we go to bed, right? Yeah, OJ's the same way. And sometimes, like, we'll go to bed and he doesn't want us to go to bed. Like, he'll follow us to the bedroom, but we won't let him sleep in there with us at night because he's just too much, right? And so he'll be sitting there at the door when we close it to go to bed, and then we'll be laying there watching a little TV before we go to sleep, you know. And next thing you know, we're hearing this scratching sound, and he'll have his paw like up under the door, reaching around. Like he's reaching on under the door, like trying to get our attention. I'm like, you little turd, go somewhere else. You need to just go. Had a horse named Dumper. Freight trains go 50 mile an hour. The Tropicana guy was a 60 mile an hour train, drifter. Yeah, he was 60, and I want to say some of these cars were good for 70. On the cars that went out to the West Coast were good for 70. Your car's roof developed a permanent low depth crater over the years due to the cat sleeping on it each night instead of inside our home. Wonder if any nerves ever connected behind those eyes. Yeah, we say OJ's got half a brain cell. He's smart, but sometimes he's pretty dense too. Like, your ex-girlfriend had a cat named Bill Clinton. Bill. Oh no. You're a dog person? Yeah, we never had a lot of dogs. We never did. We had a lot of cats on the farm just to like we had a corn crib for a while. We had corn in it and cattle feed and stuff like that. So we always had cats to, like, you know, eat vermin and stuff like that. We had tons of cats. Do you think about naming him Spencer or Harry? Spencer's, I like Spencer because it's very different for a cat name. I don't know if I've ever heard a cat named Spencer. Reminds me of the actor Spencer Tracy. Have to do with your parents. Spencer's a good one though. Yeah, Spencer's cool. I like Spencer for a cat, actually. I really do. I'm not just saying that. I really do. I like that. That's a good one. It's very unique. His XK651 got clear. Cherokee Hill, number 1 main, 932 south out. Spencer Davis crew, right? We have lots of names for our cat. Like I said, his real name is OJ, but like I said, we call him Ojeterton, Osei, Ojito, Ojito sauce, Ojito the Dorito. Spencer is dope, very elegant. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I like Spencer a lot. I agree with that. Hello Spencer comes to mind. I think it was a kid novel on TV in your youth. Really? Oh, oops. Through that crossing. Going once, going twice. Cat's name's going to be Spencer. Yeah, I think that's a good choice. You didn't hear from me, but a fellow model railroader who used to work for BN back in the 80s as a conductor in Missoula, Montana. One time his engineer took the hotshot train up to 80 mile an hour into 55. Yeah, I've heard of that. I've heard of that. Absolutely. It wasn't uncommon at all back in the day. It gradually became less and less common of a thing, but it was real common. John says, have a good trip. Gotta run. All right, John, I appreciate it, man. I hope you have a good rest of your day. We'll catch you later. Mr. Greenstone himself. Mr. Run 8. My great grandmother had a monkey named Booze and a crow named Plato. Really? Really? Wow. The engineer got in big trouble because there's MOW in his siding. Uh-oh. I remember one time I had a engineer running one day, and we had an advanced approach on distant to a siding, and then at the south end of the siding we had an approach, and we went by the approach at 53 mile an hour on the south end of the siding. It's about a 10,000 foot siding, and went a good ways into it, and he was like, you think I need to get the brakes? And I'm like, yeah, I'd get the brakes, dude. I'd get them. I get them now. And so he did. He laid into the brakes pretty heavy, and of course we stopped, like, but it was definitely a little bit puckering. Coming up on Deep Forest Road. Grandmother had twin cats named Pip and Poe. My great grandmother had a big old orange tabby named Sam. Oh, we got 40 coming up. Got a 40. I should have pulled my timetable up for this. Yeah, I totally should have pulled the timetable up. It's multimodal ways. The speeds through Savannah are a little wonky. I think freight, like, yeah, I think freight train speeds would apply to us. Groves High School on the left. Dasher knows this area. Coming in Garden City. That orange tabby named PETA. very fitting name for a cat. That's hilarious. I knew someone that had a cat named Retardo once. It's heard stories about that cat. All right, Spur, we're gonna take a shower. Catch up with you in a bit. See you. All right, Young. We'll be here. Fly by the rail fan. We'll rail fan here in a second. That was a good spot here. Maybe we'll rail fan over the diamond here. Let's watch her speed. Oh yeah, she slowed up a good bit. Never mind. Yeah, she's not bad. It's a good train. There's family friend back in the youth. This cat was named Moon the Magnificent, ruler of the driveway. Nice. Yeah, we had some cats, especially back on the farm. They like to hang out in the driveway for some reason. I don't know why. OJ hangs out on our driveway. You don't get, like, he likes to lay up against the garage door. That is a diamond, yes. Central Junction. How big are the crew districts down in Texas land? Let's see, they run Amarillo all the way to Wellington, Kansas, so that's like a long ways, dude. Yeah, it's a long way. I don't know what the mileage is on that, but it's probably, what, 300 miles maybe? There he is, marker hanging. Elvis, what's up, dude? How you doing, man? Hog track and Norfolk Southern track. Just doing your porcine certification at the local farm and got chased out of the pen by a boar called Proud Snoot. Nice. All right, CSX K651 got clear Alabama Junction, number 1 main, 93.2 south out. Yeah, coming in. Yeah, Savannah. We're in Savannah now. Got 30 coming around is south over. Oh, that's a crossing. Never mind. I was thinking that was a great, looked like a road crossing. Surprised we haven't had a meet yet. Like, we should have totally had a meet. Why have we had a meet yet? Yeah, we do. We've got one little ways from now. It's where Georgia Central crosses. I love it, Georgia Central. Though you got the picture there in your profile there. They had all those U-boats. This is one of the great U-boat short lines, right? They had tons of them. Doing pretty well this morning. I just had some of the fresh squeezed juice. Nice. Nice. That's few people talked about orange juice this morning. I had to pour my orange juice out. It was out of date. It's probably good. Probably could have got away with it. As I was saying earlier, we had a stomach bug go through the house. I just didn't want to chance it. I was like, you know what? No thanks. Whitefish, Montana's local crew base here is 255 miles. 240. Really nice. The crew districts I work were is 201 to Birmingham, 202 to Waycross, 270 something to Jacksonville, and 70 something to Atlanta. And then we had a short pool. We had a short pool for a while that was 100 miles to Fitzgerald. Alabama Junction is the same line as a hog line in Cordell. You know, it's hard to believe. They used to run, believe it or not, that hog line through Cordell when it was when it was still CSX, right, or Seaboard system back in the day. They used to run. They ran some stack trains on that way back in the day. Like some of the first, it was some kind of New Orleans to Savannah service or something that they ran. I want to say it originated over on the West Coast. It's like American it wasn't APL. It was something. What was that container service called? It wasn't APL. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but Albano, what's up? How you doing? Sealand? Yeah, it may have been. Was it the Sealand piggyback train that they ran? It could have very well been. It's crazy, like how that line got downgraded. All right, we got 30 coming up. Ran from 76 to 80. Nice. Do you have the Canadian Pacific train? Right? No, I don't have any Canadian Pacific stuff. We got Nern. No Canadian stuff, unfortunately. I'm just gonna coast around here to this 30. Anyway, we're doing good, Albano. How are you doing, man? Can't complain. You're talking about crew districts. I don't know what the mileage is on this one, but the Florence to Jacksonville is pretty legit. Florence to Sanford on the auto train. That's a long one. That's super long. Florence to Jacksonville is pretty legit too. I think West Coast, they had some that were Bakersfield to Needles, Bakersfield to San Bernardino, and Bakersfield to LAC. Do they have CP engines? No, I don't, like none that are included with the actual game. CSX K651 got clear North Tower. Number 1 main 932 south out. What's the question, NWF? Go for it. -9 Canadian Pacific. Yeah, there's no Canadian stuff in the base game. On that 100-mile crew district, would you just run it there and run it back? I never did that. They added that short pool right before I quit. It was only for 2 trains. So no, I don't think they ran back directly. It was for the 179 and the 180. So they would run them to Fitzgerald, and then Fitzgerald crews would take it to Jacksonville. And I think they would go down there and just take a little rest, and then get the next train back, the 180. Like they'd go down to 179, take a little rest, and then get the 180 and come back. I want to say that I think that was actually an assigned job. Yeah, I think that was an assigned job, and I want to say it had 3 crews on it. I want to say it was almost exactly like the 120 and the 121 long pool to Jacksonville. It was just a 100-mile run. And I have like zero clue as to why they did that. Because for the longest time when I was working, you just 179 and 180 ran Manchester to Waycross. And then I want to say a Savannah crew took it from Waycross to Jacksonville that way, maybe. So I don't know. I have no clue as to why they did that. It could very well have been for crew agreements. Like, I know they did that with the 120 and 121. That's why it flip-flopped back and forth between Atlanta and Birmingham a lot for the crew agreements. How do crews work on Amtrak trains? I've always wondered, are they freight railroad guys that bid on Amtrak trains, or does Amtrak have their own? Yeah, they're their own. They are solely for Amtrak. They're Amtrak employees. They are, I think, for the most, like every Amtrak guy I've ever known were ex freight that just went over to Amtrak, got hired by them. 055 says, our cat Molly, aka Baconstein, cat goes nuts over fried bacon. Really? Baconstein, I like that. Molly, poor Molly. Why y'all giving Molly a hard time? Through trains usually run the west route. West route was built to bypass south over. Yeah, Otto doesn't know how to, like, I'd have to go in and teach Otto to do that with this train. I don't even know if Otto even knows this symbol, to be honest. He may not. We're going to have to kind of keep an eye on that and make sure that he sends us where we're supposed to go. You've had guys tell you otherwise, unless it's changed. Every guy that I've known some ex-CSX guys that went to Amtrak. So as far as I know, they're their own thing. They're their own crews. Run 8 has a CP Loco -9. It's not with the base game. Unless it's a mod or something. It's not anything that I know that I'm aware of. Oh, you just played your fishing game. That sounds fun, Albino. I haven't played a fishing game in ages, bro. Yeah, I haven't played a fishing. I used to play. There was some little fishing game I used to play that I enjoyed. I enjoyed that Hunter Call of the Wild. I wanted to play that again. It just popped up on my feed on sale the other day. Or I say the other day. It's been a while back, but it was super cheap. All right, let's get out of here. Yeah, I'll go in and see. I gotta look at the routing. There's a lot of changes I need to make to the routing. I need to add a whole bunch of stuff from the early 2000s I just haven't had a chance to do yet. You didn't know there was a CP unit? I thought someone may have done a mod, like a skin for one, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure on that. Squinkies, what's up, dude? Good morning. All right, let's blast off. Let's get up out of here. DSX K651 got approach diverging DA number 1 main 932 south out. Yeah, I think it'd have to be a mod. It's not in the base game for sure. There's nothing like that in the base game that I know of. Maybe there is. I don't have all the Dash 9 packs, so maybe there's one in the other. I'm not really sure now that I think about it. It's a mod. The other Dash 9 packs have they have some of the Santa Fe and BNSF units and UP and SP units, right? You see one of the add-ons, there's a CN. All right, we got that approach diverging. I need to think about that. I wasn't even thinking. I was trying to get her up to line speed. I wasn't even thinking about that. Oh, but it's the SC-42. Okay. Train Sim Classic has a Canadian Pacific and Canadian National Train. You know, I was watching Blue Games last night. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Blue. If you're not, go check him out because he does a lot of train sim stuff too. It's a good channel. I was watching him live stream. I was asking him about replayability because he does a lot of TSW stuff. I asked him about replayability in the game, like how much there is, and he's like, freight side, not much at all. He doesn't like freight in TSW, but that's another bridge. I keep thinking those are crossings. But he said commuter stuff, actually. He's like, there's a good bit in commuter stuff. So, I don't know. I kind of want to check the commuter stuff out on there sometime. Just slow down for this 45 through this switch here. This is a good train. She'll get up and go and she'll stop. TSX K651's got a limited clear Forest River number 1 single main I-32 south out. Blue's a good guy. Yeah, I like Blue. They got to switch decaf. Who? Blue? Really? Blue always struck me as like really chill. I don't. Very chill. At least the times that I've watched. Watch some commuter stuff. It's cool to try. Yeah, staying on schedule, but yeah, he even said he's like freight stuff, not so much. Talks nonstop. Really, I do too. I absolutely do. Yeah, Blue does play trade. Yeah, he does all of them. Just had the mic muted, microphone muted first few minutes. Gotta engage. Yeah, I mean that it's like a double-edged sword, right? Yeah, good luck getting Spur to shut it. That's absolutely right. Absolutely right. I just like engaging. That's a huge part of like live streaming. Why I do it is that sort of thing. But either way, I've kind of thought about TSW again. I don't know. We'll see. You played it on Game Pass on PC. Was it your favorite? Yeah. I would purely do it for the commuter stuff. Purely, like, I have zero desire to do freight in that. Run 8's the freight. Like, Run 8's the freight go-to. By far. Like, hands down. Like, not even comparable, you know? I know people talk about, like, the scenery and graphics differences and stuff like that, but you are never, ever going to see a rail yard in TSW or yard in game that's got, like, 3,000 cars in it. Like, it's just not going to happen. Your game's going to be doing, like, 1 frame per second in TSW. That scene Blue was talking last night about how the game stutters with him just on, like, normal stuff, you know? So you're never going to see, like, thousands of cars at one time in TSW. It's just, it ain't going to happen. It's trade-off, right? Try to get the vid back live. Just love hearing stories. Don't have to be about railroad. It could be cats or something else, right? Cats, food. Food's a good one. Food's always a good one. TSX K651 got clear. Georgetown 932 south out. Damn says I tried to like TSW, I just can't. Graphics are nice, but the stutter. Yeah, the stutter is like, at this point, the stutter is the only thing that's holding me back. I want to try the commuter stuff, but I've watched him play and I've seen the stutters, and I'm like, I don't know. I think there's potential for me to regret it, right? Do you think Run 8 V1 scenery's gotten so much better? Yeah, it has improved. Like, they worked on it. You know, it's been worked on within the confines of what the game is capable of doing. You know, I say look at it this way. Everyone's PC has a finite amount of resources, right? Whether it's memory, hard drive space, processing power, you know, graphics card. There's a hard ceiling on all that. And if your system is running at 70% resources just processing the scenery, then, like, when you add in a few thousand freight cars, it's going to tank it. Like, it's going to tank it like no tomorrow. TSX K651 got to clear Burroughs. Single main to number 2, right? We're going up number 2. Yeah, single main number 2. 932 south out. Yeah, the free version, all you can do is tutorial. Noto says, I'm more than afraid. I don't even run passenger service much in Railroader. Yeah, I'm not really a passenger guy either. Honestly, I'm not. I like it. It's a one-off every once in a while, but I'd much prefer freight. Freight's where it's at. In my mind. Some people are going to be completely opposite of that, and that's absolutely fine. Whatever, like, it's basically whatever floats your boat. Where is our meet at, guys? Like, we are, oh, there we go. There we go. We got our first meet coming up. That's a dovetail. Yeah, I don't know. I think dovetail is just the more gamey version, right? I don't really consider it a simulator at all. What do you think of GPU prices now? They're unreal, 1,200 to 15. Yeah, that's no surprise. As soon as they announced the 5000 series, and then people start saying that they weren't as good as the 4000 series, I was like, oh yeah, that's going to be great. Now they're both going to be super expensive. TSW does American routes dirty. Yeah, well, they're a foreign company. They're not really very familiar with the American stuff. Yeah, that's ridiculous, because I kind of been thinking about building another computer, and that, like, GPU is going to be the problem. Hopefully that'll correct at some point, but I'm not getting my hopes up. I should have bought my 4070 last year around Christmas. I could have got one pretty dang reasonable. That's what I got, Hoosier. I got a 2070 as well too. It's good. It's not like barn burning fast, but it's a good workhorse. This XK651's got a clear Ogishi. Number 2 main, 932 south out. Your 4070 was a deal last year. Yeah, I really freaking wish I had bought that 4070 I was looking at last year. It's back around Christmas. I didn't pull the trigger because it's Christmas time. Like, we had all that, you know, everything else we had to buy on top of that. I just didn't feel like it was a good time. I wish I had them now. Wish I at least got it put on a credit card and paid it off after tax return or something, but... You looking to build a new one too, Darren? Yeah, I was wanting a 7800 X3D with a 4070. That was going to be like the meat and potatoes. I honestly don't know what I'm going to do now. M City it is adding a train script from Big Daddy that adds freight and passenger service. Really? Not 800 X3D, 7800 XT. It works in it works in 144K on Samsung 49 curved widescreen. Nice. Yeah, that's been a good one. I can't complain. This is a Ryzen 3700 with 2070 Super. It's been great. Like, it's not one of those systems that you can like max everything out. You know, it's not one of those pretty systems where you can have everything maxed out and, you know, maxed out to like ultimate realism and stuff like that. But it's a good workhorse. It gets it done. Darren, is that what are you considering one of those two, or is that what your options are? Like, is that what you're looking at? No, to the RGB stuff. That's such a good train. A lot of throttle modulation. Like, I'm having to go back and forth a good bit. That Draggy 173 I had a while back, it's like put it at number 8 and just let it do its thing. Okay, you're looking at a 9800 X3D and a 7800 XT GPU. What is the 7800 going for? You know, I have never, ever had an AMD GPU, ever. $899. That's not bad. What is that? What is that comparable to NVIDIA? Is that bad? I don't know. I mean, considering like $1,500 graphics cards now, it don't seem that bad to me. But what, like, how does it compare? What NVIDIA card does it compare to? Because I want to say that 4070 I was looking at around Christmas is like $700 or $800. Bell still on? There you go. We got it. Yes, it's close to a 4070 Ti, but don't quote me. Got into all the use, right? They're running pretty pricey, but I have a 3070 Strix GeForce and is and looking to get a new 40 series. Oh, those 40 series. I'm afraid they're going to be a super demand, even with the 5000 out. Like, it's kind of a mess. CSX K651 got clear Ogeechee, number 2, single main, 932 south out. Forties are hard to come by in prices. Yeah, they are. Like I said, when people realize especially when they realize the 5000 series weren't that great. I knew it as soon as I saw that. I was like, people are going to be buying up 4000 series now over the 40 series. I can't see you spawn the AI train in Run A Train Simulator. Yeah, everything's pre-set up right now. Need to look at the comparisons of AMD and Nvidia. You know what? I need on the Discord. I need to do a channel for that. We can shop together. All right, we can all shop for. We can shop for stuff. I had my list all ready to go around Christmas. I really did. You need help spawning a new train? I don't know. I've done some stuff spawning some stuff in the past. Like, it's really easy to do. It's not bad. Like, I mean, at a minimum, you can go to F1 and train and select the train you want to spawn for the location and just hit spawn as AI and it'll pop it in. Or you can go to the Shift F2 screen. Yeah, that'd be great for Discord. I think so. Yeah, I'll see about that when I get done here. Ogeechee.
SX equipment defect detector milepost 512.0.
How come when I open Run A V3, some of the games give you a configure statement and it wouldn't load any trains? I don't know, Elvis. That sounds like maybe a discrepancy between the track database and the save of the trains, maybe? Yeah, you might need to run the updater. I don't think a lot of people think to do that. Like, when you buy the game, at least I thought it was really out of date. Like, you got to run that updater immediately. It's hard to say. I've honestly never had a lot of trouble with the Run 8. Like, it's few and far between for me. I can't even think of the last time I've ever had like any kind of an issue or something as far as like just the game in general or running and installing stuff, you know, that sort of thing. Yeah, every time you buy a new add-on, yeah, you absolutely have to update every time you get something new. You always check your updates weekly so you don't miss any. And you're trying to are you trying to load like a world save or something? Is that when you're getting that error? Like, are you doing a world save? Or it could be something wrong with that save itself. There could be a bad save, maybe. More short lines in game would be cool. Yeah, I'd be down with a short line. Georgia Central would be a good one if they had the power for it. I'd be all about some U-boat action. You have two V1 content that you can't convert over to V2 and load. What is it, Darren? It should all convert, as far as I'm aware. It should all convert, no problem. I don't know. Like, I honestly don't know why you'd be having trouble. I've never heard of any content just completely not being functional on V3. Like, it's all supposed to carry over. No, when they don't, Murphy Branch on Railroad to do short lines. Yeah, I'd like to see, I'd honestly still like to see the Clinchfield or Saluda. CSX K651 got clear Fleming. 932 south out. Approach limited. Actually, no, we got approach limited. CSX K651 got approach limited. Fleming, 932 south out. I saw that green for a second. I thought that was our light. Pretty long block. We'll just kind of go with it here. That's why I think too, it's the Amtrak 01 SC40-204. Yeah, I have all the DLC and all converts over. Selkirk Mohawk was tricky. Yeah, I don't have those. I've never dealt with them. If they ever take Pittsburgh line back to the city that's named after, there's all sorts of short line possibilities. Imagine how tough Saluda would be dragging Belmont Coltrane down the hill and running. That would be fun. I'd be all about that. Well, there's our train. Nice, our first meet. That would be a challenge. I'd like to see it with the old low-control remotes, where they had a little box that they sat up on the control stand. You like to see the Bessemer represented in Run 8? Yeah, Elvis, I don't know. Like, so you're not loading in certain routes. It just seems like it'd have to be an install issue, maybe. Your route installation. I'm assuming. I really don't know. Like I said, I've never run into any problems on here. Present day GC would be cool as far as customers. GC mainline train can take anywhere between 3 to 7 hours the first 20 miles out of Savannah because of all the customers you have to work. Nice. That's pretty busy. Yes, I do have the CSX ST78 Drifter. We should be seeing some in a bit. If CSX doesn't screw you leaving Savannah. Yeah, because it's just getting out of the terminal is the hard part, right? All right, we're down to 45. You think maybe I may have to uninstall and reinstall and see what happens? Yeah. Okay, here's the deal that like I have to be really careful about. I didn't install Run 8 on my C drive, and like the installer always defaults to a C drive. So every time I install something to Run 8, a DLC or whatever it is, I always have to make extra sure that I point it in the right location, because it won't. It, like default, it won't do it. This XK651's got a limited clear Lodge single main number 1 9032 south out. My brain didn't want to function. All right, here's our first meet, guys. 40-mile-an-hour siding. This is the Q492. Nice, got some Renorex in there. It's always like when you run this route, always be mindful. We got limited clear in, but it's only a 40-mile-an-hour siding. So even though we got limited clear, which means 45 mile an hour, you can only do 40. You have to downgrade it. Your Renorex, yes, Darren's Renorex in there. Man, we need some more Renorex in games. So freaking bad. I really wish they would. Like, miss the CR Blue Bombers. We need some Renorex in the game. I'd love that. There were so many. If you have Discord and get the Depot Plus channel there, I think it's lots of good help. Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, there's lots of Run It gurus on there. Rent-A-Wreck pack would absolutely be cool. Yeah, we need SD45s. An SD45 Rent-A-Wreck pack. That way you can have those CEFX units and the HLMX units and everything else they had. I remember having one that was some kind of Morrison Knudsen kind of, it was like MPI or something like that, except it wasn't them. It was something else, but it was in that scheme. I remember having a bunch of rail fans make a picture of that, like making pictures of that train. Someone's got pictures of me working that train somewhere. I don't know where, but you know, I was having that same issue. Make sure you didn't place stuff in the wrong place. It could very well be. I have to catch myself every time, Elvis, like, because like I said, I put my so my C drive is my NVMe, but it's only 1 terabyte. And so I install Run 8 to my E drive, which is an SSD. So every time you try to install something, it's going to try to default to that C drive. So what could be happening is that you updated the game. So the game, like the core game, says, hey, that DLC should be installed. But when it looks for it, the DLC isn't actually installed in the right location. So the core says it should be there, but when it looks, it's not actually there. Maybe that, I mean, that sounds like that could be a possibility. Make sure it's going to the correct directories. That could very well be it, dude. I'm not going to promise because I don't know much about anything, but like that might fix it for you. I saw NS Horsehead SC-78's Chris play. The Run 8 train simulator uses a Norfolk Southern SC-78 to pull a CSX coal train. Nice. Yeah, we ran one the other day. We run them a lot on AGS. Sounds pretty much like it was the issue. I hope so, Elvis. Maybe that'll get you right. I like I said, I don't know much about anything, so I could be completely wrong, but what do we got here? Approach limited CSX K651's got approach limited distant to Macintosh. Number 1 main 932 south out. It's been a good trip so far, guys. I dig it. Juice train is a good one. Like I said, first time I have ever run the juice train in Run 8. I was going to do the auto train. I was going to do the auto train today, and then the juice train just popped in my mind. I was like, that's what I need to do. Do the juice train. If you reinstall, just make sure that Run 8 V3 installer, then run the updater, right? The juice train is extra juicy. That's what my middle daughter says. Anytime she sees something she likes, like if it's a nice car or something like that, or a nice outfit, she's like, oh, that's juicy. That's really juicy, Dad. You tell me that all the time. That's really juicy. She's hilarious. She keeps me up on all the current slang lingo. Like the Skibbity Riz, Ohio. All right, we should have some more meats. Actually, we may not, because it's going the wrong direction. Never mind. We don't have some meats, and when I set the train up, I put them wrong. I pointed them the wrong direction. Doggone it, Spur. Why'd I jack that up? Yeah, okay, so we won't have that meet. Maybe we'll have another one out there somewhere if he's doing his thing. We got stuff spawning in, so at least we got that. I done lost my trains though. I don't know where they're at. Alright, slow for this 40. Gotta make sure to keep our speed on point. We were supposed to have another coal. There were supposed to be 2 coal trains. Where did they go is the question. We're supposed to have an N171. And he was going to go to Columbia. And we were supposed to have an N104. So the N104 I got going the wrong direction. Where is the N171 at? Like, I have zero clue where that dude's at right now. Let's see. Let's look. He went off route. Yeah, he totally did. He went off route. Why did he go off route? It makes no sense. I don't know why he went off route. Maybe we'll straighten that out in a bit. The thing is, we have to stop. Yeah, I think we have to stop and relinquish this trade. I don't think we can do anything else. Like, we could spawn it from the list, but I don't have them on the list. Alright, either way, we'll carry on. Honestly, this part of the Nahuna wasn't that busy either anyway. Like, it is, but... It is, but it's not the busiest, right? Alright, we're back to 60. I want to see if I could let's try something real fast. I don't think it's gonna let me do this. I don't think it is. We'll try and see, but let's do these. We'll do an N104. That was a Crystal River coal train. Should be about 90 cars. There you go. All right, let's close this out. Let's see. Let's just see if he'll let me do this. Let's go to Waycross. There's the N100 going south. Yeah, I didn't do that. I didn't spawn the N100. That must be a leftover train from something else. Oh, the N104 is coming north. Never mind. He's coming north. He's on down there. He's on his way. We'll just wait. We'll go with it and we'll wait. DSXK651 got to clear Hinesville. 932 south out. This says, can I move Run 8 V2 trains and maps to Run 8 V3? You can. I haven't done that conversion in years and years and years. Darren, like some of these guys have just recently did that, so they might could hook you up on how you do that. There's a way you can convert that stuff over. It's asking for a train. I really don't know. Like, I couldn't even tell you. Like, it's literally been years since I converted something. That older stuff. Darren Mike can tell you. Like, Darren's just recently installed the game. Idiot Lee's just reinstalled the game. The ID number is still on your receipt if you have it. I thought they had gotten away from transaction IDs. Is it because it's the older stuff? Older stuff still has it. Yeah, look in your emails where that stuff is supposed to go. Look and see if you got the archived. If not, email support. Even some of the V2 stuff, I just got really some of it. Yeah, email support and see what they say. Usually they've been really good about helping people out with that stuff, but some of the older stuff still has it. Yeah, I knew you guys would know. Yeah, John is great help. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, he was in here earlier. I wish he was still in here. He could have hooked you up. But he jumps in. Every once in a while, he'll jump in from time to time. All right, Allenhurst. This is Fort Stewart. CSX has a CSX K651 has clear signal. Allenhurst. I-32 south out. You've heard if you just copy the directory and all, it doesn't ask for the ID. Yeah, that's getting into like stuff way over my head. We honestly didn't get nearly as far as I thought we would. We got a little ways to go. We'll get down there around Ludowici, maybe Jessup. We might hit up Jessup. It's going to be tight though. Might see Jessup, may not. Rusty Button says if you have a V2 folder, you can move those into a V3 folder and just run the update. I just got all the Southeast stuff yesterday and some of it went into a V2 folder. Rusty, are you just now getting into Run 8? Are you pretty new to it?
CSX equipment defect detector milepost 529.9.
Oh, you had it for a year? All right, coming up on distant Ludowici. Yeah, I got it clear. CSX K651 got clear distance at Ludovici 932 southbound. I was hoping we could hit up that meet with that N104, but it may not happen. Man, we need some AC 4400s in game.
CSX equipment defect detector milepost 529.9. No defects.
There, no defects.
180. End of transmission.
Let's keep on trucking. Took you a year to get all the rolling stock. Now for the maps. Yeah, that's it. It's an investment. It's like same thing with DCS. I just we were just talking about that on Discord the other day. I was talking about how I want to get Afghanistan and Iraq and Sinai, the Sinai Peninsula. That's like a big investment. All those. Yeah, AC 4400, GP 60M, and GP 39s. You know what, Darren? I would absolutely agree with that, dude. AC 4400s were bread and butter on CSX for a long time, man. They were the meat and potatoes. There's AC 4400s everywhere. What, they had like 500 of them or something, you know? Like, they had a good bit. A GP60B would be cool. It absolutely would. Those are cool units. I like the B30-7ABs. You ever seen those that the BN had? The cabless B30s? They were the -7ABs, so they had the small engine, but they were still 3,000 horsepower. SD40B would be cool. I've got a video of some of those on the Fitzgerald sub back in the day. There's actually one on YouTube. Look up CSX X003 Fitzgerald. And it's like 2001, 2002. And you'll see it consists of about 8 Santa Fe SD42s and the 40-2Bs on a train. All right, we got an advanced approach. Really? This XK 651 got advanced approach. Ludovici down number 2 main from single main 932 south out. Really? We got advanced. Why we got advanced approach? Why are we stopping up here? It's live, bro. L14 tone 5. There he goes. He lined us up. Cheating. Yeah. We're cheating. Yeah, we cheated. Sometimes I have to intervene. Otto's not like the smartest dispatcher ever. He's not 100% great at his job. Sometimes we have to intervene. I just have to make sure he's on point. I don't know why he was so laggy on hooking us up with a light. But yeah, the BN B30-7ABs, those are really cool. If you're not familiar with them, check them out. They did basically the same thing with the GP60Bs. They just went with Gs. You know, I was just thinking with this train being empty, I honestly thought those Tropicana cars were 60 both ways, 60 load and empty, but I'm kind of wondering now. Like, is that a game thing or is that a real life thing? I could have swore they were 60 all the way around. This XK651's got clear. This is Ludovici. Really, Ludovici, number 2 main, 932 south out. What was the other place we just hit up? North Ludovici, okay. I know the Tropicana, the speeds are listed in one of the books. I can't remember which one. It's not air brake and train handling. I need to see if I can dig that up. Alright, through Ludovici, one of the worst speed traps in the United States. At least it was. I think that's what I heard. It's one of those places they don't mess around. Alright, N104 came out. He came out of Broadhurst. We're going to meet him down Jessup. I don't know how that's going to work out. Surely they're not going to route us down to Jessup Sub. That's where I'm kind of iffy on Otto right now, is like which way he's going to take us. He should take us down to Nahuna. That Q141, that thing needs to go. Let's get rid of him. That's totally not right. There we go. Alright, he's gone. Alright, Otto, which way you gonna send us, bro? I'm kind of worried. I feel like I need to intervene. I think he's gonna take us down the... I think he's gonna take us down to Jessup. I could be wrong. I could be wrong on that, but I feel like it's gonna be the Jessup. Maybe he'll line us as soon as we knock this signal down. Hopefully he'll take us on south. CSX K651, it's got clear Black Swamp. Number 2, single main, 932 south out. I don't know if that's considered double main there or if that's considered a siding. I heard there's some alligators in the game somewhere down through here. I've never seen them, but I thought someone had said. All right, let's see if he lined us. Yeah, okay, that's kind of odd how he's doing that. So maybe he's just going to hold us there at Jessup to meet that in train, that N104. All right, we got to get on it. See if we can get down there before lunchtime. We may not make it. We'll see. We're not too terribly far out. I think we got one intermediate and then Doctortown. Yeah, it's distant in Doctortown here. Got clear. CSX K651 got clear on the distance of Doctortown. 932 south out. Try to run her a little bit fast. There's the bridge, so we'll be up there in a second. The switches are lined, so yeah, he's going to have us meet that N100 or N104. N104 is Crystal River Coal Train. He's going up the Columbia sub. So he'd go to Savannah and go up Columbia that way. I don't know what happened to the M171. Like, it just completely freaking disappeared. Like, I have no clue. Just vanished. Dispatcher losing. What's up, Bluegrass? I don't know, dude. Like, I pre-positioned him on the route before I did this, and he's gone. I have zero clue where he went. He was supposed to go north. All right, advanced approach, Doctortown. K651, 932 south out. Ooh, rough spot there. Need to tamp it. I like that though. I wish it did that more, like that whole swaying thing. All right, so we're going to be stopping in Jessup. Yeah, I'm trying to think where I even put that. Where did I put? Maybe I put him further south than I thought I had. But he's not on the list at all, so I don't know where he went. I have zero clue what happened there. Like, what could have possibly happened to him? All right, I think Jessup up here is going to be a good spot to end it anyway. It's about lunchtime. It's about that time, guys. Get up here and grab a bite to eat. We'll get us one last meet out of the way. We get down Jessup. Pretty good trip. This has been an excellent train to run. I honestly couldn't ask for a better train. She'll get up and go. Stops really good. Put a little air under her. She'll stop on a dime. Got approach. This XK651 got approached McMillan, number 1 main. 932 south out. All right, there's our approach. Try a little air. We're going to stop up here, so I'm not going to worry about stuck brakes. We'll draw them down when we get stopped. If any of you guys are going to be on Discord tonight, I may see about testing a Run 8 server just to see if you guys can connect to it. So I may have to borrow someone. I don't know what time is whenever I get a chance for you. It'll probably be kind of late, probably about 8 tonight, maybe. I just got to figure out if my port forwarding is working. Recrew can get them. Yeah, Recrew get it. You have a Discord server up? Yeah, I've had a Discord server. You standing by? Sweet, Darren. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, we'll see if you. Hopefully, it's going to work. Hopefully, it's just going to be hop in and hop out real fast just to see that people can connect. I won't be able to really do anything tonight, but just to see. You know, I just want to test it out. Yeah, Bluegrass. I do have a. I do have a extra board. Or if you got extra board, because I just saw. I do have a Discord. Absolutely. Hang on a second, and I'll see about throwing it up here. Let's make sure I don't get by this red board here. Yeah, stand by 1 second. We'll keep, we'll pull up here to stop, then I gotta bust up out here for lunch. Y'all keep an eye on it for me, okay? Don't let me get by that stop board. Don't let me get by it, okay? It's all on, it's riding on y'all, okay? Here, invite people. Ah, it's in server mode. Doggone it, I hate that. I gotta take it out of server mode. Got too much going on. Server mode, where you got streamer mode, there we go. Stream mode. Okay, now go invite. Copy. Back to you. All right, there you go, Darren. That should work for you. All right, so we're gonna stop it right here. Stop it right here. Someone block these crossings up here. Didn't realize it's this late. The one real fan says, be more happy to join if you plan on hosting a big server. Yeah, I definitely want to host one. I just gotta make sure that my port forwarding's straight on my man, we're gonna block his crossing anyway. Doggone it. Wasn't paying attention. Yeah, we're gonna block it anyway. That's all right. It's timed in it anyway, so yeah, I want to host something. I definitely want to host something. I just got to make sure that everyone's going to be able to connect. Sweet, there's the N104 Crystal River. He's going back to Columbia that way. He goes up to Clinchfield, but he goes via Columbia, kind of a roundabout way. He realizes it's late. Yeah, time flies by when you're having fun, right? Obviously not today, but someday. Yeah, absolutely. That one. Yeah, absolutely. Join the Discord if I can. If I can get it working right, then yeah, we're absolutely going to do that. We're going to do that for sure. Knock on wood. I really hope it's going to work, because if I have to set up port forwarding, I don't have access to my router, because when my ISP gave us that router, they didn't reset it back to factory, and evidently the last person changed the password on it. So I have zero clue what the password is. Like, I've tried everything, I can't get into it. I could reset it back to factory, but I'm really worried that if I dink around with it like that I'm going to wind up losing my connection somehow. Like, I'll mess something up. So in other words, if port forwarding isn't set up or working, then I'm going to have to talk to my ISP, so, which should be a big deal. They're really good. It's a small company, so they should be able to get it fixed up pretty soon. But all right, guys, there we go. We made it. Juice with the Philadelphia cut on the head end, right? Here's our juice cars. 35 cars on the bottom. Little Philadelphia filler cut on the head end. They did that sometime back in the day. Back in the day, they put it on there. On the southbound stuff. And in 104 looks good. Markers hanging. Sweet. It's pretty slick. Pretty slick train, right? Looks good. Runs good. If you haven't ran a juice train, absolutely try this one out, guys. You won't go wrong with it. All right, that's going to do it, guys. Thanks everyone for watching. Thank you everyone for tuning in. If you haven't hit that like, be sure to hit it real quick before you go. Helps greatly. Here's are hitting up all the custom Spur emojis for the members there. All those emojis I actually did myself. Those are not Fivers emojis. Those are Spur emojis, guys. I did those. We'll catch up with you soon. Absolutely, that one. Yeah, we're gonna try. Like I said, let's hope that my port forwarding is good, and we'll go from there. All right, guys, love all of you. Have a good rest of your day, and we'll catch you next time. Peace.